The dearth of good children's authors is a major issue militating against the publishing of children's literature in Africa. Writing for children is much more difficult than writing for adults, for not many adults can enter into the child's world and interact with them with understanding and lack of condescension. Surviving a Dangerous Community is Grace Life Alegbe's contribution to children's literature. The text bothers on kidnapping, human trafficking, domestic violence, and more. The 9-year-old author wrote out of her desire to lend a helping hand to her society.
About the kidnapping, I was trying to demonstrate how people and how life is nowadays, about kidnappers and kidnapping people just to get money. And I tried to demonstrate in the selling out parts of how people still use people for human trafficking to get money or to pay off their debts, and drug addicts, of how people will always never bow down from their behavior, but they need to learn how to repent. That's why the police is there, to change the people when they go to prison.
The role of African parents in the promotion of creative talents is immeasurable.
Your child doesn't go home with government. Your child goes home to their parents. And if a parent recognizes that the child has talent, they have to nurture it. I think publicity and the media have a lot of role to play in ensuring that people understand that art is a field that needs to be nurtured. I know parents who tend to think that if a child is painting, it's a waste of time, it's not going to make money. And I disagree completely. For example, all my children are art inclined. And I'm very proud of the work that they do. And a parent must show some pride when a child has painted something, even if it's not nice. To encourage the child, you have to say, oh, this is very nice. Perhaps you can add a bit of blue, maybe you can add a bit of green. And if your child sings, to put them in a school or an academy that encourages singing. If a child drums, there are very many creative arts. And a child should be given the opportunity. Because let me be honest with you, there's mental health problem and pressure everywhere. Art creates the opportunity for you to relax, and I think it's important for us to know that. Artistic. Today, Burna Boy has gone and played at Madison Square in New York. He has done very well. Davido is doing well. Wizkid is doing well. Their names are international. When our children want to sing, we should help them and encourage them. When our children want to paint, just give them the values they will need for the rest of their lives. And for the children, I think they should be adventurous. I was a very adventurous child. I'm a writer. I do a lot of artistic things. I'm a content creator. It started when I was very young. I was a very curious child, and I used to doodle a lot. So it's not enough for us to say parents, schools, and governments. The children themselves must show an interest in the art, must read a lot of books, because reading also helps you to become artistic. It helps you to become self-confident, and it also enables you to relax, so your mental health is better. So they should go out of their mathematics sometimes to try and draw a house or a car or the clouds and just enjoy nature by drawing the trees. I think that if a child shows some creativity, the parents will come along.
Most writers did not suddenly become successful writers overnight. They devoted their lives to it, working very hard to become who they became, typically surrounding themselves in environments full of literature in which they could absorb influences and hone their styles, abilities, and interests. It's never too late or too early to begin writing.